Brought down, but a nice little gain. Second down, Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Gordon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. A first down throw for Mayfield. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Well, let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Play fake. Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Higgins. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield to the right side and complete to Njoku. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Get set. Go down.
Back near his goal line. Here's Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
36. Edwards got 4 down. Under. Play set.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's got room. A breakaway from Michael Thomas. 30, the 20, 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 92 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call. Run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
He'll buy some time right. And he's got his man on the out route. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. A first down carry for Barkley. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Leopard!
Mayfield now on 2nd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Mayfield now. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his 2nd season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Brees going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Brees now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football.
Here we go.
Again, it's Breeze. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. On 1st down, Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. On 2nd down, Ingram tried to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
Get set. 11. 12.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Hard throw, incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a 1st down. Handoff to Barkley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Demario Davis there on the stop. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Watching that, Barney. Watching that, Barney. Over. Watching that, Barney. Watching that, Barney.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So back-to-back plays here where he couldn't get anything on the ground. Now you face a 3rd and 10 and assume you're going to try to pass it, right?
I would think so, because you've tried to run the ball, and really it didn't matter who got the ball in the play because there was no space to go. So I think you step back, throw the ball to try and pick up the 1st down.
Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 82 yards. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A big effort that time out of Ingram. 44 yards. Nothing fancy there. A little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now. Down at the 31.
Let's go!
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Throwing on 2nd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Traquan Smith, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Again, it's Johnson. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Mayfield, throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And they'll run for it with Barkley. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Yeah, on 4th and inches, you've got to be quick with your decision-making when you're running the football. You've got to find the hole and go. And he does a nice job here picking up the first down with a few yards to spare.
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And that's caught inside the 30. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mayfield on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns field goal. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. The final shot before half for Breeze. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Good set.
Again, it's Kamara. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Breeze going to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Well, those Giant fans, you know that they love seeing Saquon Barkley wearing their jersey, but it's interesting. He actually grew up a Jets fan.
Yeah, I wonder what his dad was thinking. What old Big Al was thinking on draft night. Had to be so happy for his son. But they grew up watching Jets games. Just sit together, watch it. In fact, Dad has a Jets tattoo.
Yes.
Okay, so that tells you about how much he loves that team. You think Saquon's going to fix that and make it a Giants tattoo?
Yeah, wants to make that a Giants tattoo. That family, though, they fully converted. They're supporting the G-Men. Second down, Mayfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Got it.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So there on that play offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, How tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
On second down, Camaro. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
4 down. Kill. Yes. 11.
Now Breeze. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll run here with Ingram. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And that is incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll try and run. Ingram. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. And Lutz puts this one through. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Mayfield now on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
first time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Baker Mayfield, obviously the #1 pick overall. That was controversial, though. What ultimately made the Browns go in his way?
Well, post-draft, I did hear a Browns executive talk about the efficacy of Baker Mayfield. In other words, how people
threw an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown #1 of the NFL career for young star Saquon Barkley. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Here we go. Get set, get set. Ready, what's that?
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now Breeze. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Throwing now is Breeze. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a carry here for Terrence West. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all know that Myles Garrett was drafted #1 in the NFL for his ability to get to the quarterback. That's his stock in trade. But the underrated part of his game, plays well against the run, knows how to hold the point of attack.
36.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
When that ball was snapped, they were counting on it being now a one-possession game. Instead, the block occurs. That changes the whole mindset for them. And if you're the guys who just blocked it, you're floating off the field right now. Big-time play.
Yeah, big-time play. Could have been a one-score game. Instead, it stays 2 scores. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 49 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. It's Barkley on the counter. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On second down, here's Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. 2 running plays go backwards. So what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? 3rd and long for Mayfield. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Two. Ready to check.
Breeze now on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
12. Ready to check.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. Breeze now to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Here we go. 21.
On On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Brianne Bonnie Calhoun. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's a give to Barkley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. From the gun, it's Breeze. Gets it to Meredith complete. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And now he stops it with a spike at 8 seconds.
Here we go.
Now Breeze again. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with 1 in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for Cleveland, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. I'll be heading to the hotel. Charles, he's off to Bourbon Street.
No, I'm not.
Yes, we say so long from New Orleans.